They thought Earth was helpless. Humanity answered with absolute retribution. When the first alien vessels appeared over Earth, they did not come screaming through the sky or shattering cities with fire. They arrived silently, immense shadows blotting out the stars, hanging in orbit like indifferent gods. For 3 days, they did nothing at all. No signals, no demands, no threats. Humanity watched, argued, prayed, and panicked in equal measure. The ships were unlike anything human science had ever imagined. Vast, asymmetrical structures that seemed grown rather than built, their surfaces shifting like slow-moving stone. Telescopes revealed energy readings that dwarfed the combined output of every power plant on Earth. Military satellites tracked weapons arrays that made nuclear arsenals look like museum relics. World governments convened emergency sessions. Religious leaders issued statements. Social media burned with speculation and fear. Humanity waited for a message that never came. On the 4th day, the ships moved. Without warning, focused beams of unknown energy lanced down from orbit. They did not target military bases or population centers. Instead, they struck infrastructure, power grids, data hubs, communication relays. Cities went dark. Aircraft lost guidance and fell from the sky. Hospitals switched to emergency power as global networks collapsed in cascading failure. Within hours, Earth was blind, deaf, and fractured. Then came the message. It appeared simultaneously on every remaining screen, projected directly into surviving satellites and emergency broadcast systems. The alien emissary was tall, thin, and disturbingly calm, its many-lensed eyes fixed on the camera. Species designation, human. It said, voice perfectly translated. Your world has been evaluated. Your civilization has been found inefficient, unstable, and dangerously unpredictable. This planet is now claimed under Directive 17 of the Aurelian Concord. Compliance will be rewarded with survival. Resistance will be corrected. No negotiations. No explanations. Just a declaration of ownership. Panic followed. Riots erupted in powerless cities. Some leaders called for surrender, arguing that survival was better than extinction. Others demanded retaliation, though no one could agree on how to fight an enemy that could cripple the planet without firing a single conventional weapon. The aliens did not wait for an answer. Over the following weeks, they descended. Massive extraction platforms anchored themselves into oceans, forests, and mountain ranges. Entire ecosystems were dismantled with surgical precision. The invaders stripped rare minerals, drained energy from Earth's core, and harvested biological samples from land and sea alike. They did not see it as destruction. To them, it was efficiency. Human casualties mounted, not from direct attacks, but from the collapse of systems that sustained modern life. Famine spread. Disease followed. Billions struggled to survive in a world abruptly shoved back into technological darkness. And still, the Aurelian Concord did not consider humanity a threat. They were wrong. What the aliens failed to understand, what no external observer ever truly grasped, was that humanity had never been unified by comfort. Earth's greatest leaps forward had always come from desperation, from the instinct to adapt or die. As the old systems failed, new ones emerged in their shadows. Deep beneath the Swiss Alps, a Cold War-era facility long written off as obsolete came back online. In Siberia, engineers restored experimental fusion reactors abandoned decades earlier. In the Pacific, submarine fleets vanished from alien sensors, retreating into depths even advanced scanners struggled to penetrate. Humanity stopped trying to fight as a planet. Instead, it fought as a species. The first breakthrough came from an unexpected place, a civilian research lab in Argentina that had been studying exotic particle behavior. Cut off from global oversight, the scientists pushed their experiments far beyond ethical and safety limits. They discovered that the alien energy beams interacted strangely with certain unstable quantum fields. It wasn't a shield, but it was a crack. Using scavenged materials and jury-rigged reactors, the lab produced a localized field that distorted the invaders' targeting systems. When an alien drone attempted to scan the facility, its sensors failed catastrophically, sending it spiraling into the Andes. The wreckage was humanity's first real prize. Across the globe, resistance cells formed, not armies, but networks of scientists, soldiers, hackers, and civilians sharing knowledge through low-tech means the aliens ignored. Courier drones, handwritten code, even radio frequencies dismissed as obsolete. Reverse engineering the alien technology was brutal and deadly. Human minds were not meant to interface with systems that thought in dimensions beyond three-dimensional space. Many died. Others went mad. But progress was made. Humanity learned that the Aurelian Concord did not wage wars of annihilation. They conquered, extracted, and moved on. Their doctrine relied on overwhelming superiority and psychological dominance. They had not planned for a species that would willingly tear itself apart just to land a single blow. The first blow came 6 months after the invasion. An alien extraction platform anchored in the Indian Ocean vanished from Concord sensors.
To them, it simply ceased to exist.
In reality, a coalition of human submarines had deployed a weapon never intended for war, a compressed quantum cascade device born from a failed clean energy experiment. The explosion did not create heat or light. It created absence. For a fraction of a second, a hole opened in reality itself, swallowing the platform and collapsing into nothingness. The ocean rushed in, leaving behind only silence and confusion. The Concord noticed. Alien ships shifted orbit. Defensive formations tightened. For the first time, they acknowledged human resistance as more than statistical noise. Their response was swift and merciless. Cities suspected of harboring resistance were erased. Not bombed. Erased, their matter disassembled at the atomic level and scattered into the atmosphere. The death toll climbed into the hundreds of millions. And yet humanity did not break. Grief hardened into resolve. Every loss fueled innovation. Every massacre created 10 new resistance cells. Earth became a world at war not just with an enemy, but with extinction itself. The turning point came when humanity stopped defending Earth. They went on the offensive. Using captured alien propulsion technology, a small fleet of human-built vessels, crude, unstable, and terrifyingly powerful, slipped past Concord patrols and jumped beyond the solar system. Their target was not a fleet or a colony. It was a data nexus. The Aurelian Concord governed thousands of species through centralized control systems that coordinated resource extraction and military oversight. Humanity struck at the heart of that system with a digital weapon unlike anything the aliens had encountered, a self-evolving artificial intelligence designed not to conquer, but to adapt endlessly. The AI did not attack the Concord's defenses head-on. It learned them. It rewrote itself faster than the alien systems could respond, spreading through their networks like a living idea. Ships lost coordination. Platforms malfunctioned. Entire fleets became isolated, their commanders unable to receive orders. For the first time in recorded Concord history, a subject world disrupted the directive itself. Panic rippled through the alien ranks. Back on Earth, humanity seized the moment. Every hidden weapon, every experimental device, every desperate plan was unleashed at once. The sky burned with battles humanity was never meant to win, but somehow did. One by one, the alien ships fell. The final confrontation came above Earth itself. The Concord's flagship, a colossal construct that dwarfed continents, descended into low orbit. Its commander addressed humanity directly, its tone no longer calm. "You have exceeded projected parameters," it said. "Cease hostilities. The cost-benefit analysis no longer favors your eradication." Humanity answered with silence. Then, with everything they had left, the flagship was struck by a coordinated barrage of weapons that bent physics, tore space-time, and shattered energy fields thought invulnerable. The ship did not explode. It broke. Fragments burned through the atmosphere like falling stars, reminders that even gods could bleed. When the last alien vessel fled the solar system, Earth was forever changed. The planet was scarred. Billions were dead. Entire regions were uninhabitable. Humanity stood amid ruins of its own making and survival, uncertain of what came next. Then another message arrived, this one not a threat, but a warning. Across the galaxy, species watched Earth's defiance in stunned disbelief. The Aurelian Concord, once unstoppable, had been humbled by a world deemed insignificant. New alliances formed. Old empires hesitated. Humanity did not declare itself a conqueror. It declared itself untouchable. In the years that followed, Earth rebuilt, not as a fractured world, but as a unified species forged in fire. The stars were no longer distant dreams or looming threats. They were a promise. And somewhere in the dark, every advanced civilization learned the same lesson. Earth was never helpless. It was patient,